All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another installment of myfi tells you which weapons are good and what god rolls you want. In this episode, we're going to be covering Riptide, a seemingly normal fusion rifle on the surface, but is actually crazy good if you can get your hands on its god roll, which is a one-of-a-kind roll, and not to mention you can get a whole bunch of perks on it. So yeah, in this video we're going to be taking a look at Riptide, how to get it, how to get these multiple perks, the best perks aka the god roll, and why you need to get your hands on this weapon, because in my opinion it's one of the best kinetic slot weapons in the game right now. But real quick, if you're new and only if you enjoy my videos or find them useful, then feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. So first up, Riptide. What is it? Riptide is a 500 RPM rapid fire frame kinetic stasis fusion rifle that is acquired via the Crucible. It's just a random drop at the end of games or from redeeming rank up engrams at shacks. It does seem to be a fairly common drop, however, and I can back this up personally because I've barely put any time into Crucible this season and have had like 3 drop for me. Also, it is not craftable, so no enhanced perks. Now, in order to get those multiple perks I mentioned earlier, it's pretty straightforward. Just play Crucible and reset your rank. From the current information we have, the more rank resets you've done, the more perks you'll get, and it's random when a weapon has those extra perks. Like, even if you've reset your rank multiple times, you'll still get weapons that have no extra perks. It's completely random. Resetting your rank just gives you a chance for these weapons with extra perks to drop. Last thing to know about this weapon is its origin perk, One Quiet Moment, where this weapon gets a plus 40 to the reload stat while out of combat. It's a pretty decent origin perk, and you'll definitely take advantage of it at some time or another. Okay, now for the actual perks. In column 1, you have 9 barrel options. In the grand scheme of things, this column doesn't really matter too much. I would just take range if you're on M&K and stability if you're on controller. So something like small bore for stability and hammer forged for range, just kind of throwing out some examples here. Now, I've heard some people say that stability is always better because it keeps the bolts tighter no matter your input. But like I mentioned, I wouldn't really worry too much about this column considering some of the other columns, well, you'll see. Next up, column 2, where you'll find 6 mag options. I'm not going to beat around the bush here, just go for enhanced battery. It's the only perk in this column that increases mag size with no downsides. I know some people argue liquid or accelerated coils, but for this weapon, I just take whatever ups your mag. All right, now for the big, long, juicy columns. No, seriously, there's like 12 perks each in columns 3 and 4. It's kind of ridiculous. This is what I mentioned in column 1. Like, you're gonna have a lot more to worry about in this column actually getting the perks that you want, because, well, there's a lot that you can get. So in column 3, like I just said, 12 perks. And yes, I will be naming off each and every single one of them. Well-rounded, auto-loading holster, steady hands, heating up, stats sprawl, lead from gold, feeding frenzy, under pressure, ensemble, compulsive reloader, perpetual motion, and field prep. Now, you might be thinking, wow, there's a lot of perks. I bet myfi is going to recommend quite a few, and, well, no, I'm only recommending 2. First is lead from gold, a very simple perk that is actually pretty good. You pick up heavy ammo, and this weapon also gets ammo. It essentially enables you to only have to run ammo mods for your heavy weapon, freeing up more energy points for other mods on your armor. Also, anything that might generate heavy ammo, like a finisher, now directly benefits this weapon as well. Now for the next perk, and my number 1 pick for this column, auto-loading holster. Just like the last perk, auto-loading is very simple and straightforward. Stow the weapon, and about 2.5-ish seconds later, the weapon fully reloads itself. This opens the weapon up for much better boss damage, as you can swap with it while at the same time just never having to reload. This perk also heavily benefits a perk in column 4 that we're about to talk about. And finally, column 4, where once again, you got 12 perks. Golden Tricorn, Chill Clip, Frenzy, Snapshot Sights, Vorpal Weapon, Wellspring, Cornered, Demolitionist, Successful Warm-Up, Unrelenting, Harmony, and Thresh. My first and top perk recommendation is going to be Chill Clip. Direct hits with the top half of the magazine cause a detonation that slows nearby targets. Now, if you don't know, all it takes is 1 bolt from a shot to hit to cause that detonation, and hitting a second shot will then cause the enemies to freeze. You can probably already see how good this is for group clear / ad control. You got a big group of ads coming at you, hit them with a few shots, and they all freeze in place, allowing you to reposition and reload or just hold down an enemy spawn point. Then if you pair it with auto-loading in column 3, it makes for some really good like backup boss damage as you can swap with it. Autoloading also directly helps chill clip, as it will, as long as you have the ammo, always fully refill your weapon, and chill clip is only active on the top part of your magazine. And then the second perk I'm recommending is Vorpal, though a whole lot less exciting than chill clip. If you're just looking to use this thing for yellow health bars and some boss damage and whatnot, a constant 15% damage increase is very nice. Pairing Vorpal with Lead from Gold in column 3, and you're essentially never gonna be out of ammo when you need to deal some boss damage or just any yellow health bar enemy damage. You can also flip-flop those column 3 perks around and take autoloading with Vorpal. It's completely up to you. I know that ever since particle deconstruction got yeeted, fusions haven't been as popular, but if you haven't used a fusion since then, I highly recommend you do, as they're still very strong. Riptide is one of the very few stasis fusions we have, and it's the only fusion to roll chill clip and autoloading in the game right now. Not to mention, it's a rapid fire frame, the most popular fusion archetype for PvE. The chill clip / autoloading roll just covers so many things. Chill clip enables you to add clear, group clear, and if you didn't know, it can also reset an overload champ stun timer by just hitting it multiple times. Literally just keep shooting and you can just keep stunning it as long as you have someone there stunning it. Then throw autoloading into the mix and you can swap with it and your heavy for boss damage. It's also, of course, a fusion rifle, so single target damage is already there. It literally does it all, and that's not even taking into account pairing it with a stasis build, which I'm not doing personally, as I've been having way too much fun with Solar 3.0, but it's all good because it literally doesn't need it. Let's also not forget that obtaining this weapon is very easy, though the god roll might not be. You just play Crucible. The other 2 stasis fusion rifles that are currently in the game, you need to play in-game pinnacle content to get. Burden of Guilt is from Trials, and Deliverance is from the raid. I can't say enough good things about Riptide, and this is coming from someone that pretty much ignores everything PvP in Destiny, but Riptide, I just can't ignore it. The literal only downside is its massive perk pool, but if you can get your rank reset a few times, it ups your chance of getting a god roll because multiple perks can roll at the same time, thus upping your overall chances of getting a perk or a perk combination or a god roll that you want. But that is Riptide. Like I mentioned, probably one of the best kinetic weapons in the game right now, and because it's kinetic, you can still use your Callus mini tool with Incandescent, which is essentially what everyone is using right now, or at least they're grinding to get a Callus mini tool or to be able to craft it to then use it with Incandescent. But let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts on this weapon are and what god roll you're going for or what rolls you've already gotten. My perfect 100% god roll is autoloading, Lead from Gold, and Feeding Frenzy in column 3 with Vorpal and Chill Clip in column 4. I'm probably never going to get it, as that's some serious RNG, but I can always hope. With all that being said, feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.